All right. We live it.
You are.
Ooh, we live it.
We
Good
are.
morning.
Good afternoon.
Good day.
Good
I'm in
day.
the closet, by the way.
Happy Friday.
She's in the echo room.
Yeah, Joe Petrinos. We know Nadia's talking. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So pants free.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I don't have to buy any.
I tell you what, I really like my version this morning of the oracles. I think all money in the future should be acid backed.
I do too. It's awful groovy, man.
Man,
Oh, it's something else.
until it was early. Acid backed? Really? Acid backed. LSD laced money. Okay.
See, the dollar's made for more than one thing.
Enjoy your trip.
Nadia, did you really just wave to me and yourself?
Can you guys even hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just frozen.
It's
No.
just you. Yeah.
It's
You're
just you.
frozen.
The sound is terrible. I can barely make out what you guys
Tell
are
them
saying.
to turn up the heat.
Let alone make out. Let alone make out.
Well,
With whom?
I'm laughing. She waved to me and herself. King, you are not included.
Did she have a man?
Yeah, that's why I reserved this little closet here. I was supposed to meet somebody.
Okay. Well, it is Fun Fact Friday.
It is.
Yeah.
Who wants to
Well,
start?
I have one. I could start one. I found out that cervical and cervix are not not one place.
Well, actually, that was my first one. Cervical relates to the neck of the spine or the neck of the uterus. So nobody has to flip each other upside down to find it, unless you're a Mayan, and then there might be a problem. Just saying. All
Yeah,
right.
I may have to look for a better location to be in the show because it's very bad in this closet.
Can you get out though? Isn't that your safety window of your padded room?
That's my fear
Are
of
you
getting out.
locked in, waiting for somebody, waiting for the warden to unlock you? What?
They put me in a timeout looking for a white jacket. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Miss Lisa, I got the copy. So it went through. No problem. Okay. All right. So fun facts. Let her rip. Who wants to go?
I'll go.
Okay.
Fun fact number 1. IKEA rugs were used for the Night's Watch cloaks in Game of Thrones.
Oh, fancy. They really went all out for their decor.
The voices of Mickey and Minnie Mouse got married in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Human teeth are the only part of the body that can't heal themselves.
They can't heal
Identical
themselves.
twins do not share the same fingerprints.
I beg to differ.
They don't beg me.
My brother-in-laws have the identical birth.
Are you sure one is not a clone?
No, they're not clones, but they have identical. It's amazing that they do that.
Yeah.
So you have to really trust your sibling.
Well, we'll just mark that as a nada. Deaf people use sign language in their sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that is awesome. I love that.
Jeanette Rankin was elected to Congress 4 years before women could even vote.
Oh.
Abraham Lincoln was not only a lawyer, but also a champion wrestler and a licensed bartender.
He's wrestling while he's drunk.
Wrestling there. Number 8.
Cool.
It's believed that Alexander the Great may have accidentally been buried alive. and according to the pendulum, he was. Cleopatra was Greek with Macedonian ancestry, not Egyptian.
Oh.
Interesting.
That's something we can.
Romans used stale urine as mouthwash.
Ancient Romans used what?
That's because they were tripping on acid. I'm just saying.
Stale urine as mouthwash. Like she's drinking.
Wow. Little sweet.
A little sweet tea, yes. Montana has 3 times as many cows as it does people.
Wow.
Last but not least, parts of the Great Wall of China were made with sticky rice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I suspect that's probably the mortar.
And it gets, it really petrifies after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What petrifies?
The sticky rice.
Sticky rice. Just imagine what it does in your stomach if it leaves it there for a while.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Nadia, what are your facts?
Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear me or if I'm going in and out.
You.
You're good.
Hashtag, the symbol of hashtag is called Octothorpe.
Yep.
It means 8-point mystery. In Old English, they said that it could be village surrounded by 8 fields, which I think it's connected to the 8-point. My brain just
geometry, the octagon, the sacred geometry, basically.
Sacred geometry. Well, sacred geometry too, but the 8 pointed. What was that called? The rules. 8 rules that we talked about before. This closet is really killing me. I really might have to leave. There's no air in here. Okay. Believe it or not, some cats are allergic to people.
Oh. That might explain some personality problems around here.
These is every time you touch him. Cardinals are the most popular state birds.
Yep.
It takes 700 grapes to go into a bottle of wine. Can you see where my brain was going? And a fear of number 13 is called triskaidekaphobia.
Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah, I'm afraid to.
I think I did.
Hey. Wow. Okay. Is that all of yours?
That is all of mine because it is really bad in here. So I'm going to shut down, watch you guys on my YouTube, and then try to pop in another location, okay?
Okie dokie.
That's really bad over here.
Back at the farm.
Location, okay? What is that?
Okie dokie.
Oh, that's really okay. Bye, guys.
Okay. The human nose can remember up to 50,000 cents. That's a lot.
A lot of sense.
Yeah. Now, I love the ones with the animals. So, a group of owls is called a parliament. But the parliaments I know are not very wise. So, I don't, they're more like the Congress baboons. But I don't know if we've had this one before, but I wrote it down anyway. The heart of a blue whale is 5 feet long and 400 pounds.
Interesting.
It's impossible to sneeze with your eyes open.
That's true. I had that.
Yeah. A group of lemurs is called a conspiracy. I think that's
conspiracy next to crows. It's a murder.
Ooh, it's getting interesting now. Animal Kingdom, I'm telling you. Okay. Now, this is fascinating to me because it put a spiritual spin on this fact. The shortest complete sentence in the English language is I am.
Yep.
Well, that's God. I am.
I am.
Yeah. A silverback gorilla Now see if you can relate, King. Okay, this is your family we're talking about. A silverback gorilla can lift upwards of 1,763 pounds. That's just shy.
That's true.
Wow.
That's true.
You guys are strong.
Yep.
All right. The bats are the only mammals.
Mammal.
Mammal. Sorry, it was the acid.
Yeah.
Bats are the only mammals that can accomplish and are capable of true flight. Mammals, not birds and that kind of stuff. Mammals. That's interesting. Wombats are the only animal
That cannot fly.
that poop in cubes.
Really? Ice?
I don't know why that's important, but I like the animal ones. Okay. Snakes can predict earthquakes.
Yeah.
Apparently
all animals can.
Well, yeah, I think they're very sensitive. Watch the bison and everything in the old time. Yeah.
Mountain lions, bison, bears. Oh my.
Oh my. Speaking of poop, do you know that we spend a year on the toilet in our lifetime? A whole year of our lives is spent on the toilet.
Is that it?
I think
Just
that
a
number.
year?
I think that number has increased for some people.
Yeah, I think so too.
That don't know how to put their phones
I
down.
think I've already fulfilled my year.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, once you're done, you're done. You can't go back on the toilet.
There you go.
Mosquitoes are attracted to people who just ate bananas.
Oh, got to keep that in mind.
The potassium, I guess. Yeah, Gabrielle was in the kitchen yesterday eating a banana, and I said, "Don't go outside." I had done this fact. She goes, "What?" And I said, "Mosquitoes." She's got O blood too, because we know that they're attracted to blood. I told her that. Rats they laugh when tickled.
What?
Rats laugh
Really?
when they're tickled. Yeah.
Huh.
Australia is wider than the moon.
Okay.
That's what this is. Humans cannot walk in a straight line without looking at something.
You mean while they're looking at
While
something?
they're walking, they cannot walk in a straight line without focusing.
That's true.
Okay.
Because their focus is where their eyes go.
Okay. So what do you say about blind people?
They got nowhere to go.
Leave it up to the doggy.
Leave it up to the white cane.
Yeah. And it's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland.
Wow.
Now, the reason behind that's all the fun facts said. And so I went and looked it up. And I'm like, why is this a law?
Yeah.
They care so much about the guinea pigs or the animal life. It's because guinea pigs, when you only have one, they are prone to getting depression.
Oh.
And they don't want guinea pigs being sad. So they actually passed a law that you have to own them in pairs or groups.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okie dokie.
Really?
All right. So do you have coffees?
I have coffee, but I do not have coffee. Well, let's see. Let's refresh before I finish that sentence. Okay. I do not have coffee questions.
Oh, okay. Well, let's throw one in here.
Throw it on.
All right. Miss
Put some cream in it.
Yeah. Miss Colleen wants to know, my son-in-law was experiencing ringing in his ears. Well, welcome to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And neck pain for a while. Oh no, we're going to be talking about cervix again.
We might want to wait on that question until Nandi comes back in,
All right. Ringing in his ears and neck pain for a while. He's 45 years old and appears in good health. He thinks this neck pain is related to cervical disc issues. Any insight you can share would be much appreciated. Please and thank you. You are the best. Miss Colleen, have you ever just wanted to grab a hold of his head and give it a good yank?
Chiropractor.
Mm.
Chiropractors are us without the diploma.
Yeah. All right.
Is she back? Oh, okay.
Nope. Not her.
Okay.
All right. Cervical. Are they cervical issues? So not that kind of cervix.
Cervical issues is what I get. Yes.
Yeah. I'm thinking he needs a good adjustment.
Yes. You need a chiropractor.
Some of it is ascension.
Yeah.
But this tells me it would clear up a lot if he got a good adjustment.
Yeah.
He's got pressure built up in between cervical joints.
Yeah.
So there's pressure. So a good
Yeah.
popping.
Popping.
Popping. Yeah. He will get relief, but he needs to seek out a chiropractor. But he needs to accept some of this is spiritual frequency. That hangman, it represents enlightenment. You see all the bright light. This is frequency. So the ear ringing is not necessarily nerve issues or anything 3D. So some of it can be spiritual, but the physical pain in the neck, this is the Two of Wands represents, the places in between. He's got air built up, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. Next question is from Chris. Hello, Jen. We got an offer on the house in the Philippines. Oh, good. Question: will this lead to the house finally selling? Any other advice surrounding this offer? Potential roadblocks or countermeasures would be much appreciated. Okay.
I get a strong yes to selling. I have another fun fact for you.
Oh, okay.
After this.
What is it? After this?
Yeah.
Okay.
After this, yes.
All right. After this. What is this one? This is the deal. That card came out. Let's see if it's a positive deal. It's going to be a slow process. Seems like the paperwork maybe in the Philippines is, well, it's slow here, but apparently over there it may be a little slow too. Hierophant. This is their deep state banking issues. That's why, because the bank wants their more of a portion. The Queen of Wands is trust your instinct on this deal. It will be a slow process because the old banking system still has their hands in this. This is take the offer, have faith, move forward, get excited about it. This is good. Yeah, it's already incoming. Chris, according to this, go with it, but don't expect a turnaround check anytime soon. Okay. Hope that helps. But congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Here's your fun fact.
Okay.
We all remember Mary Poppins, do we not?
We do.
That lovable nanny.
Yeah.
Based on a real person. However, this real person was a serial killer.
How nice.
He went from one family to another, four different families as a nanny, and killed each child that you went to.
By making the medicine go down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the Wings just showed me
brought that medicine with her.
Yeah, Wings just showed me the medicine bottle, and I went, "Oh, great, poisoning children." Wow, we'll never be able to watch that movie the same again, now will we?
Nope.
Okay.
And you're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Miss Lisa. Questions about Noah. This is her son. We need to tell him that Kyle is going to college in Oregon. What is the better way to break the news? Written out, then talk about it, or talk, then write it out. I don't want him to be too overwhelmed. Okay.
Right.
Noah's on the spectrum, and that's all I'll say about that. So, and they don't like upset to routine. So let's find the best option for Noah. How do we break the news to him?
I'm getting right, then talk. Let's see what you get.
Okay, Wings.
Yeah, I hear you.
I know you do. He's loud. I'm telling you.
I know.
All right, Mama.
You should say Mama or Obama?
Mama.
Oh, Mama. Okay.
Okay. This is more write it out first.
Yeah.
And then talk. Because wands are action, swords are voices.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is interesting because it ties in with what Wings was explaining. When it comes to Noah, he needs to be able to participate. It's going to upset him enough that brother's moving. But it needs to set in that he plays a very important role here. Give him a job, a leadership role to help and assist. And let him know how important that is.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna break it to him easy with written explanation, so he has something tangible to hold on to. And then you're going to verbally explain it, and then you're going to say, "This is how important your job is." Does that make sense? Okay.
Is Noah autistic or Asperger? Yeah. Okay.
Autistic, yeah. So, and we all know that routine upset does not go over well.
Yeah.
So absolutely take the action of writing it down. It's tangible. It's something he can touch, and then explain it, but how important his role is in this.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't have a concept of time, you give him some physical thing. If he can understand a circle on a calendar, or count down days, give him a job to do when he sees brother again. Does that make sense?
And make sure it has nothing to do with frying pans.
Oh no. Okay. No cast iron skillets. Okay. All right. So that is the coffees. Now we're going to jump over here to the starred ones. Noah has autism, OCD, and epilepsy, major anxiety. Yeah. So we're going to do this in Noah's world, what Noah can handle and how important Noah's job is. So they're really focusing on his importance.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
Take it slow.
Yeah. So she says, perfect. I thought writing then talking was best. Yeah. Give him something tangible to hold on to while you're explaining it. And then you can go line by line of what you wrote and then explain it. And then you can come up with a plan for his job. Okay. And he will OCD it to make sure his job, like you can help brother pack.
Oh, yeah.
Let's create a calendar when we see brother again. Those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When we send you over to brother.
Yeah. When do we get to see him again? When do we get to take a road trip or something like that? Okay. Let's get into these starred ones. We only have 24.
Is that all?
Maj, apparently, if you have this many questions, you need to set up a reading with me, love. Okay. All right. First one. I'm curious to know. Does my ex have cancer?
That one's all yours.
Your ex have cancer.
Oh, I guess that's not really a relationship or a
No, that's not
romantic relationship thing. No,
You're getting ahead of me. That's the next one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm curious to know, does my ex have cancer? I'm getting a no.
Whew, you had a
Thinks he
strong-
does, but no.
This strong ace flipped out.
Oh, well, I'm not always right.
Well, let's see how aggressive. It could just be cells, and you may not be picking up on the energy yet.
Could be. It was, yeah.
We're not doctors, but go
Nope.
the ivermectin route if you. That's
Yep.
what I would do.
Yep.
Because it's
Better safe
parasitic.
than sorry.
It hasn't shown itself yet.
Okay.
It will be aggressive when it does.
Ivermectin.
This is making that offer of, yeah, try the ivermectin, the protocol that's with the fenbendazole, especially when it's still in that minute cell form, because it's just parasitic. Okay, once it starts metastasizing and gets into the tumors and stuff, it's much harder and more aggressive to argue, but it does say
Pumpkin
that he
seeds
does.
too, I think.
Pumpkin seeds, yes. Yeah. Okay.
They'll help.
So, Madge, it does say that he does. Okay. You're welcome, Miss Lisa. Okay, let's take this one off. And the next one, Madge wants to know is, does my ex forgive me? Now I'm going to be mean, okay? Surprise! What difference does it make?
Yeah.
Do you
Exercise
forgive
for
you?
a reason.
Yeah, but do you forgive you?
Mm-hmm.
That's what forgiveness is for yourself. Whether he does or not, that's on him. He's going to carry that around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but let's see. Yeah, when I went on my, let's call it apology tour, I went around and owned up to all of my parts with all my family members. And I got forgiveness from all of them, but it didn't matter because I set out to do it for myself. And I told them that too.
I get yes to the question.
Okay. I'm a little concerned that the answer is yes, but it's for a manipulative purpose.
Yeah, I'm getting a yes to that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Justice is a good yes, but it's because there's the malice behind it. Yeah, I forgive you once you've paid the price for it. Does that make sense?
There's something hiding underneath the robes.
He does emotionally, but still at the same time, I want something out of you. What can I get out of you? Okay. He's very nostalgic about your relationship. He forgives you, but he'd still like to stab you in the heart. Yeah. So that's not, so he says
That's not love.
he says he does. But I think that there's malintent there.
Mm-hmm.
So saying the words and meaning it are two totally different things. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you need to not worry about what he does. You need to forgive yourself for any mistakes and forgive him. Okay. All right. She wants a general reading for her son, Adam. Adam.
Yes.
Adam.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe you should answer this.
Could I have a general? Well, what general? We've got several generals.
Let's see.
General Flynn. Could she have a General Flynn read for her son, Adam?
Ooh, that could be blunt and to the point.
There you go.
It's not going to pick up on everything. It'll focus where the energy needs to be.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Patience
love,
is
reckless behavior, Thinks he's all that and and next to sliced bread. Is he very cocky? He's full of himself. Tough decisions to be made in the future. He's going through a cycle of life, a phase in his life that's coming to an end.
How old is he? I wonder.
Yeah, that's a good question. Overall, he has happily ever after, but he's been very reckless so far, making some rocky decisions to make himself look better. He's going to have to make better decisions. He's hitting a phase in his life. Maybe the maturity level is ending and he's kind of waking up like, maybe I need to grow up.
No.
Yeah, this is overall good. It'll end up well, just some tough lessons. Okay. You might want to let us know how old he is. That might explain the cycles of life that he's going through. Okay. Let's
Regina.
see. Regina. Oh, by the way, Miss Sunshine's mama had surgery and it went well. She's at home resting. So all honor and glory to the Creator.
Yes.
And now our prayers continue for rapid healing, Sunshine's patience.
No.
Yeah. It's
She
right.
needs to learn patience. So, yeah, let go.
Well, we all do. Okay. Are the fallen angels the actors in Hollywood?
No.
I got it's a spiritual essence of fallen angels. It's not. There's some people in Hollywood that really had Christ at heart to begin with. It's a falling away, if that makes sense. It's a spiritual.
That makes sense.
I don't get possession.
But as far as the fallen angels, I don't get.
No.
There was no Hollywood back when the angels fell.
This is influence. This is their decision to take on that spirituality that has, like, remove the burden. Remember, people sell their souls for fame and fortune.
Right.
So if they start out as we low peasants and they want all of that, they give up the burden of everyday blue collar work, still don't do work for the devil. Okay. But not the physical fallen angels. It's a spirituality thing. This is in between realms. They spoke the words for the fame and fortune and the money. This is a card that represents the eyes wide shut crew for the chrome that they use. You know what I'm saying? For money.
Yeah.
It's their loss. This is truly, they are cloaked with the spiritual. I'm not saying as long as they have breath in them, they can be forgiven. But many are just lost to the devil. Okay.
Dolly.
Is the news about Dolly Parton being in the hospital deathly ill true? Or is that her clone? You mean his clone?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a dude.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything. So
I haven't been listening to the news either, so I don't know. Let's see. Is Dolly Parton in the hospital deathly ill? I get no. Strong no. Or is that her clone? Her clone is that cycle. At the end of that cycle, could get another clone.
Somebody is.
Yeah, it's the clone.
The original's gone.
Yeah.
The original's the deep state. They're gone.
That's why she's not deathly ill. She's already gone.
Yeah, this is a clone. I think you're going to be hearing really soon that she's passed.
I'm getting they only last about 2 or 3 years before they're gone, and they get numbered.
Because they don't have the full essence of the soul and spirit.
Right.
So yeah, I'm getting huge yes to the clone. But the original is long gone. All right. Is the president sending Americans checks in August? Okay, so this goes back to what he said August 1st, that Americans will be getting a lot of money. We have to remember August 1st is when all the tariffs are due. But we're asking, is he sending personal checks out to the American people? Code man Mr. C had some optimistic news this morning. He said that all banks are now aware of QFS and that according to the banks and Interpol, they are set to RV for this month, July. Do not write that in blood because we do not know. That's for tier 4B. I don't think it's for the rest of the world. So let's see.
I get a yes to this question.
As in like a stimulus check, whether you call it Doge. I don't think it's
check.
Yeah, but I think it's just for certain people.
Check and see if it's for seniors.
Yeah, it's only for certain people. If it's for seniors, let's see.
Social Security checks that are supposed to go up, which they've been saying since last November, every month since.
Yep. Seniors.
Could also be R&R.
I think this is more R&R than it is seniors. They have to strategically push this out. They're going to start with R&R. I don't think that, and eventually they're going to get to the seniors.
Okay. So
this is a slow rollout, so it's not going to happen all at one time. So it depends on what category you're in. Judgment just means for certain people will get the notice that they will. Okay. Because I know Social Security will have to increase. I think veterans payments will increase. It's all, but it's a stair-stepping system. Okay. I think this is the last of the MASH questions. Will my son find a job soon?
Is this a Dom?
Yeah, it could be.
I'm getting strong yes, fairly strong yes. I should add a Vippy to find out whether or not Naughty is going to show up.
He will get it, but he has to decide if he's going to stay there. He'll get the job, but does he get in there and change his mind? Do you understand what I'm saying? This is definitely new. He has a tough decision of which one he wants, but he has also a hard time of holding on to one because he changes his mind.
Speaking of the angel.
Yeah, I was so hard trying to get on to answer the cervical question.
Yeah, I saw that and I went, oh, Miss Colleen, you just had to ask a cervical question.
We're in a different library, bigger closet. All right.
You've expanded your freedom. Oh, I get it. That's the yard. That's where she gets to exercise.
I'm almost done with my time.
Okay. Miss Regina. Is Tyler Hansen showing us the truth that actors are different people, like some have faked their death and are now someone else?
Okay. Tyler Hansen.
Strong yes.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
I don't know who Tyler Hansen is either. But
I've seen some of them where there's like you can look at like a male version of them, and then there's a female version, but they look really identical if you compare them.
Yep. But this could be the witness protection thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
I demanded a bigger closet.
Oh, did you now?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to get out of the closet.
I put my foot down and just on the gas.
But you decided to stay into a closet. Okay, got it.
So Nadia is correct on the witness protection.
Yep.
And it's also correct on the clones.
Yep.
So there's a lot. He's doing a lot of different things for exposure. I think that he's also doing masks. There's your strong yes. Because you could have a solo person but wearing a mask. Okay. Witness protection's huge in this, but yeah, you've got a lot of clone stuff here. It's a strong yes that Tyler is revealing some truth. I don't know who it is, but maybe I'll look it up.
Good going, 6.
Yeah. YouTuber.
Okay.
I had to look him up.
Clicky. All right. Can I please get a general read for this weekend? All right.
Well, she said thank you. She didn't say please, but she did say thank you. So
Yeah. Saturday comes before Sunday.
Does it?
Yeah.
General.
It does.
Okay.
Fun fact, they're pretty general.
I thought it was Sunday comes before Saturday.
No, sorry.
Since Sunday is the first day of the week.
Okay, lay off the acid, okay?
Ooh. You mean you got the new dollars?
That's cool, man.
Ooh.
I'm just
grooving. She's got
Friday afternoon.
Regina, I don't know if you have some situation at home. It might get a little heated over the weekend. Hold your cool.
Be a hermit.
Well, now when you have people in the house.
Be a hermit. I have no problem with that. I do that all the time.
Herman's hermit?
I'm a hermit. I rarely go outside of my room. Why?
You have a strong masculine energy here.
Yes.
That no sooner are you in a happy mood, he ruins it.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I just got that. It's a test for you, the Mercury retrograde, on how you're going to react and communicate with it.
Spirit's taking my advice. Okay. So when this aggressor starts in and starts going on a rampage, whoever the control freak is, but I get a masculine feel here, is when they start yapping and screaming or whatever their problem is, you just stand there, take a deep breath. It is a test for you how you're going to deal with it. And you go, I love you. I love you. Pray with me.
Well, aren't you precious?
Yeah. Take the holy one to go like this.
I'm telling you, it throws people off. How can you
get behind me, Satan?
This is offer a loving message of love happily ever after, and this is what brings you victory. It is a test of how you deal with the stress and someone being aggressive, narcissistic, controlling, that kind of thing. Go, let's pray. Yeah, and they're going to go, what? We want to pray? Okay, dear Jesus. It throws them totally off.
Are they get? Dear Jesus, Lord, are the gates?
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Letta, who had to run to the store because we know she ran out of Benadryl. All right.
Oh, again? Whoa.
And she buys it like in bulk at Costco or something.
I think,
Yes,
isn't that her
Spirit, tell me how
humanitarian?
my weekend goes.
Business must be great.
Isn't that her humanitarian project?
I must be. She getting ready for something.
She says she don't look good in orange.
Okay. Can Spirit tell me how my weekend goes? Because let me tell you. Okay. All right. You tell us, Miss Willett. The way Friday started, I was telling myself all morning, you don't look good in orange. LOL, please and thank you. Okay. Letta, repeat after me. Homicide is wrong. Homicide is wrong. Okay.
Benadryl is right. Benadryl is right.
That's called adulting. That's called adulting when you have to keep doing those mantras.
You might get the same messages as Miss Regina. Breathe. Let's pray. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray I don't go to jail today. Okay.
Well, it's the retrograde. I believe it started today or yesterday.
You're going to be tested on how you deal with situations. It's basically, oh, great, Wanks. That helps. Okay. And he goes, you think you're stressed out now, you just wait. We keep
You
saying,
think you're what?
if you think you're stressed out now, wait until the responsibilities pile on top of you. If you can't deal with everyday situations, wait until they become business-like and with complete strangers.
Oh, no.
Or with the drastic changes we're going to be seeing, and that's very stressful.
I think
So
I'm
you're
just
going to be
donating money.
Well, you've got to evaluate their needs, and you've got to be able to have a bullshit meter.
Well, I can bullshit just like the rest of them, you know?
But you have to detect it.
Just do it in that pretty pink shirt. It'll go over
Well,
well.
thanks, yeah. You noticed, huh?
Well,
You know,
actually,
I've never worn
yesterday,
pink before until now.
my sister started with her aggression on voices and arguments, and she called me to vent, and I said, "Sounds like you need ice cream. Do you want me to pick you up some ice cream?" I'm not gonna join in an argument.
Okay. There is an agreement here. Oh.
Testing your faith.
It is a test of faith, but this is also about tradition. Like, we don't do that in this house. You understand what I'm saying? Whether you're dealing with a child or you're dealing with a spouse, yeah, we don't play that game here. And then you have a fear of, are they going to do it anyway? Are they going to do this again? Don't worry about what's going to happen. Are they going to start up another fight? Remember, this is your voice. This is your chance to shine here. What is your opinion? Okay. Wheel of Fortune.
No.
Basically, they're saying the power is in your hands. How are you going to handle it?
Mm-hmm.
Who's in charge here?
Balance.
You're going to juggle. And this could be over finances.
Flip out or juggle?
Well, I want to see you juggle.
Still on my acid trip. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
I think King's seeing that as this grabbing onto their life. Or maybe that's also isn't that also like a balance? Like, she's got the power. Can she balance it? Can she?
It's like, can you wield the sword of your voice, but without it death of 1,000 cuts? Okay, you've got to speak your voice without penetrating flesh here. Okay, you're not doing it to cut someone down. You're just coming into your own power. Does that make sense? So when you say no and you put your foot down and you're setting boundaries, you're not saying, because I think you're a piece of crap. You don't continue with garbage language like that, and you don't put people down. You just say, nope, not doing it. And so it's a balancing act. Yeah.
And the mantra is, I will not kill somebody today. Wasn't that how it goes?
There you go.
Yeah.
Weigh your options. Does jail look good on you? I don't know. I mean, you really have to consider who is going to supply your commissary funding. That's expensive. All right.
Hate to say it, but I really look good in orange.
Wow. Okay. Hence the bathing suit that's orange.
Yes.
She's practicing. Okay. Right.
Summer, what the Florida alligator thing. I got my orange swimsuits. Yeah.
Orange Speedos.
Yeah. Okay.
That's very orange.
Remy wants a message.
Did you read the question?
She
wants to know if there's any messages from her.
Well, it could be. It could be her higher self. Am I cussing me out today? Yeah.
Any higher message?
Giving away messages to us?
From her. Okay.
From her.
Is there a message from Remy to Remy? Oh, yours is more like a home situation. You need to speak up.
Okay. You've gotten yourself into a situation where you feel stuck, but you're working on it. You're making progress. You're committed to making changes here. It does take a lot of work. It would be better if you were a little more financially stable. You really need to trust your instinct more on these decisions. You've got a lot of pentacles in here. So you're trying to make the situation better, but only considering the financial aspect of it. Okay. There's more to it than money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This has to do with love and spirituality. So try to focus not just on, and we've all fallen into this category where it's so much about the money because that would fix a whole long list of problems. But guess what? It creates a whole other long list of problems. So if you can balance out this mindset of I'm stuck and you're not tuning in with your spirituality, you're getting better. You've got to love yourself enough to be able to make these changes. Okay. You're doing better, but you really have to commit to it. And this is a leadership role to change it for the betterment of your whole family. If you are thinking about changing who's in your household, you need to commit to it. Okay. I mean, this is one of those boundary tests, if that makes sense.
And using your voice, maybe they're taking advantage of you and you're finally going to use your
Eight of Swords is a silencing. You're blindfolded in silence, like I am stuck. I have got myself into the situation. Now I can't get out of it. Yes, you can. But take a leadership role. Work on it. Go, yep, I'm going to set a plan here. I'm going to set a goal, and we're going to get there. It doesn't happen overnight. Be patient with yourself, but set your goals. You can do this. All right, Miss Colleen. I did something to my right knee. You twisted your cervix. That's what you did. Okay.
Welcome to my world.
Should I have X-rayed, or is it just something that takes a while to heal when you're a seasoned citizen? I like that term, seasoned citizen. Okay.
Snap, crackle, and pop are always with me.
All right. Should you have it X-rayed? Remember, soft tissue takes a long time to heal.
Oh, don't you know it?
Okay, did I do something to my right knee? Did she do something to her right knee is a yes. Did she have it X-rayed?
Have you looked into the spiritual side of not moving forward on the male side? Not making progress with a male in your life, afraid to move forward, making a decision?
It is moving forward. Yeah. It's too high.
I'm getting, you could get it X-rayed if you want to. That's
This
like
is
a free will thing.
This is spiritual, and it's manifesting itself into the physical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is with a partner.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, is this regarding the fear of what your husband might have and your fear of moving forward without him?
Partnership, medical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Chariot, moving forward. This is allowing yourself to move forward with your decisions.
Mm-hmm.
I think you've already made the decisions, but you're talking yourself out of it. Whatever that means is a list of protocols you want to take health-wise with your husband or financially moving forward in the future. What are your goals? Why do you keep talking yourself out of this?
Stick with your intuition.
Yeah, you need to trust your intuition. Now it's going to come to a tower moment where everything just collapses into this is a lesson that needs to be learned. You've got to learn to trust yourself.
Mm-hmm. Independence. Yeah.
So it seems like that there has been a strategy or a question you've been asking yourself, do I or don't I? And you keep talking yourself out of it. You just need to push forward with it and just do it.
Yeah, keep second guessing yourself is not going to work.
Yeah.
So that, Colleen, is a seed that's already planted in your knee. So once you address it, in knee, it's in the knee, King.
not the cervix.
No.
So it's a seed that's planted in there. So once you remove that seed, by removing the fear and all that, you'll be able to be okay with your knee.
Yep. All right. Purple Soul has a coffee question.
Ooh.
Have I had past life connections with the recent person that I told to fuck off?
Is this E Purple?
Most likely. Yeah. I had
Okay.
a dream a while back of being married to him, and that was a disaster as well. Who's clearing karma here, him or me? Please and thank you. It could both.
Use your voices. Yeah, it's both, but it could be
Could
you.
be both. So have you had a past life with this person? Most likely, most people that you run into, you've had a relationship with. There's something you have to learn.
It doesn't necessarily have to be. Okay, go ahead, Jen.
Okay.
OBKB.
He's been your child in a past life.
You told them the FO?
Yeah. You're his mother figure. Does he keep coming around looking for, I don't know, acknowledgement? Look at me, look at me.
This is in her dream, though.
Yeah, but you're talking about a different density. The higher self will come for a purpose.
Yeah, I know, but it's not somebody here right now that she. It's not somebody here, but in a different.
Okay. We're returning the favor here. Okay. So originally, wow. Originally, he told you to fuck off, okay? Basically, he threw his mother under the bus. I don't need you. This is turnabout's fair play. This is a karmic action here.
Nice.
Okay.
Is this the cycle that she's going through?
Yeah.
Where they're telling each other?
It is. But this is a matter of making peace. Okay. Strategic words. It is trying to get your attention in a dream state, though. That needs to be addressed. So.
Okay. So what does she have to do in the wake stage? Say F off, or what is it now? Or just to forgive?
You need to forgive all the past lives, regardless of what has happened. The animosity stops now. You're going to break this karmic cycle. Okay. The words are sharp here. So change the words from the sharpness FO, which is okay sometimes, especially when they don't get the message, but let's change it to more of a happy, emotional, I forgive you, I love you, I wish you the best, I'll pray for you, Bye-bye.
Yeah, but you could just do the forgiveness privately. You don't need to. You could do the forgiveness technique and not worry about saying it in front of him.
Yep, exactly.
He may just leave once you do that forgiveness technique.
She said, yeah, he keeps coming around.
Yeah.
Strong words. You're being tested on your boundaries here.
He's a stalker.
Stick to your boundaries.
Uh-oh.
I don't like that either.
What was the what did we see? Did I miss something?
She's frozen.
I am frozen.
She wasn't frozen. But
I'm as cold
she
as
was listening, not you. She was listening to Wings, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You're also being used because he's trying to get to your children, even if they're not little. Is there does he know your kids? I'm just curious. Because there's a battle here in the future to get closer to your offspring. Because Wayne kept showing me the pages that showed up in this first reading, and he said, make sure that the boundaries are set, that you're not being used to get to your kids. You're not being manipulated for other purposes. Okay. Just heed the warning, because if you tell him that I don't want to be around you, but he's aware of who your kids are, maybe he tries to befriend them on social media.
So you can talk to him.
So it's a backdoor way of coming in and getting close to you. Just be aware.
Yeah.
Something that kids do.
Yeah. All right. All right. Jen's got this one. JD, I have been feeling amazing. Wonderful. Does more of our soul come in when we have a shift? Yeah. Well, the stronger you feel, the lighter and brighter your soul is, and it gets. And when those fractals come in, yeah, regardless of negative or positive, what you absorb and how you deal with that, absolutely. You're empowering yourself because you're remembering your heritage.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, absolutely. And anytime that we shift energetically wise, just like when we start feeling like crap, you feel like you're slipping away and you're getting further. And that's why a lot of people slip into a deeper prayer, because you're trying to stay hanging on to the creator. And you're like, oh, I'm slipping. It works the same way when it's positive.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Miss Lisa, I sent you a coffee. Yep, I got it, Lovey. We already did it. That was about Noah.
Oh, I missed it.
All right.
That was a good news.
Tyler, a.k.a. Vivian. All right. Was the fish that took my hook the same one that took my bait on the next cast? This is very important question.
His name is Mr. Limpet.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh, I wish I were a fish.
I'm going to use the mermaid.
Tyler, do you know how to put a knot on your string?
This isn't metaphoric for something adult, is it?
Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I think it is.
Basically, he wants to know, is this the same damn fish that outsmarted me?
Not the same one. They all can outsmart you.
Oh.
You know why, King, you know why, right? They're still in school.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
no, they're two totally different ones.
Yep.
Got spotted by two.
Two.
Brought to you by the number 2.
Yeah. You got a really strong, aggressive one, and then the other one came in that just did the same thing. I think you wore the first one. Yeah, there's two different ones.
All right, I got another dad one.
Okay.
This is a classic bait and switch.
Oh my goodness.
Joby wanted to know if you answered her question. I wasn't here most of the time. So
No, I haven't got to Grandma Baby yet.
okay.
All right. Got another coffee from Miss Colleen. All right. I didn't add the most important part of my question regarding my son-in-law. He had an MRI. Oh, this is back to the cervical. No, not he's in here, so we'll get to it.
Oh,
He had an MRI of his brain and it showed excess white matter. I'm not sure what that means or if it's serious.
And this is Colleen. Who is this?
Colleen Shower.
Okay. Of Noah. Of who? Of her husband?
No, of her son-in-law. He had the ringing in the ears and the cervical neck problems, and we said he needed a good adjustment.
Okay. So
He's got excess white matter. Let's see what this is. Is it something to worry about?
Excess white matter. Dangerous. Let's try with that one first. Excess white matter is dangerous. Oh, yeah. This is too much color.
could be. I'm not
Well, the
getting
doctors are
it is. I'm just getting it could be. Get it checked.
too much myelin sheath. Too much.
That's weird. I didn't know a brain could do that, but okay.
Does it have too much sheath around it, Jen? Is it too much sheath?
This is what I was getting. It's a cycle system. So usually you've got old parts that die off but are quickly replaced with new ones. It's a slow process and you don't really catch it. So the old stuff isn't really going away, but the new stuff is still growing at the same time. So it's building up this lining.
Mm-hmm.
And it
May need
goes
to
back to
drain,
the bed.
probably.
Yeah.
No, it's you can't. It's I know it has to do with some kind of fat. So I'm gonna try to look into it's actually too much myelin sheath. It's a protective barrier.
Yeah.
So they might even find it on the spinal cord, which he has the headaches, right? Or he has the neck pain.
Ear ringing. It kind of reminds me of my pseudotumor cerebral, which is false tumor of the brain. The myelin sheath was, my brain was swelling because of the fluid was crushing my brain. Usually you rotate and you flush out old fluid while new fluid is being made. Mine was just keeping it in there. It's kind of like that, but it's for the protective lining around the brain. The old isn't dissolving. You see this white outline. It kind of looks like a brain. So this is a cycle and it can't complete it, if that makes any sense whatsoever. We're not doctors. But yeah.
All right, Jen, can we pull another card? And I'm not trying to scare you guys, but it's in this line of MS.
Mm. So he would need a spinal tap for that testing. I've had to do that a dozen times.
Oh, that sounds painful.
It's not. Just lay still.
It's almost like
it's just pressure.
Don't call.
It sounds scarier.
It's that.
If you don't want me to cough, don't put your fingers where they don't belong.
Oh.
Well, and a lot of times the too much stress it causes this. He can reverse it if he wants, but he has to get rid of the stress factor.
This is a strong yes to MS, but he'll be offered a med bed. It will clear it up.
There you go.
Yeah. You can also, there are people I can maybe recommend to you, pranic healers that can slow that process down or reverse it.
If he's willing.
If you're interested. If he's willing, but stress will cause this to be worse, and it's not just in the brain. It's going to end up being the entire spinal cord if
And the
he doesn't
spinal
take care of it.
Yeah, MS is cruel and slow. So, but
it can be reversed, believe it or not.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of things can be reversed. We just have to know how to do it. But of course, he has to be willing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I wonder if the men be able to take care of my shackles.
I think they're going to have to put more shackles to keep you under it.
Why y'all getting kinky today? Okay.
Not
All right.
kinky.
It's a cervical question. You can't help it.
Really?
Oh. All right.
Got at the bottom of my feet, huh?
Vivian's back. Oh, I did that one. Okay.
Yeah, you did that one.
We're still worried about the fish.
Yeah.
Roman, will the kids be going back to school this September, or will stuff be happening and prevent it?
Good question.
Well,
You know what?
around here go back mid-August, so
I'm getting
Depends on
some
the
will,
area.
some won't.
Yeah, that's what I get.
More are going to be homeschooled, is what I'm getting.
oh yeah, you'll see a lot of that increase.
Yep.
And alcohol, because parents can't handle them being at home.
Yeah.
I can't wait to start my little red schoolhouses. 1 or 2 room schoolhouses where you've only got like 25 or 30 kids tops, 2 or 3 teachers, and it's very hands-on.
Yeah.
Well, I like if you are teachers and you want to get out of the system, if you start a tutorial with a group of kids, that's a best investment for you.
Okay, so we're going to start out with very much aggressive. Now, we're not talking big government because we know that they're dismantling Department of Education. But here in America, you're going to have local boards of education that'll lay down, like, because of money, get your kid in school. So they're going to be there, but then people are going to speak up and then they're going to do their own thing. Now, I know that's not what you asked, so I have to redo this, but this is what Spirit wanted to push forward. First of all, as far as the homeschooling, that's what it was picking up. They're going to lay down the law. We'll come after you if you don't put your kids in.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It won't be long. They won't be going. There's going to be, they're going to be left out. It'll be a disappointing time, but eventually people are going to take the information that they receive and then they'll base the other decision. I don't think I want my kids going back. I mean, that's a lot of disclosure within 10 days.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting a plot twist of they're going to make the new education so ridiculous that people are going to want to pull them out. You know,
it's possible, but this is why we need to get involved with our local school board system. On the local level, you have to speak up. But yeah, they're going to start out, but it looks like it'll be stopped shortly after.
Joe, we know. Nadia's talking.
Nadia's talking. Wait, where's that?
That was before you came in.
Yeah.
The first time.
Yep.
The first time.
Yeah, the first time.
Okay. Miss Colleen, what can you tell me about my fractals? How many do I have? Okay.
My fractals does Colleen. What is that?
Getting 7.
There's quite a bit. 7. Is it possible to have a fractal of a fractal? Because there's a little fractal of a fractal along with that.
So it's 7.5.
7.5, 7.25. It's a quarter. I don't know.
Wow.
That one popped in really funny.
So I see a 7 there.
You have 6 that are together now, and then you have 7 more floating around out there.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
It was.
Total different worlds. There's your other 7. Some will be given offers to return. So expect some to kind of float in if they get a better offer to come back to this guy.
Do I hear 7?
Yeah, you got 2 7s here. So you have 6 that have returned to you, added to your soul, but you get 7 more.
Make a better offer, Colleen. One that cannot refuse.
There you go. Miss Charlotte. May I have a message, please?
You may.
Yeah, you can. All right.
Telegram from Mondo.
Messages.
That's your message.
Still arguing with a
I
male
bet your
figure.
patience is part of it.
What?
Stand your ground.
What is that?
Stand your ground. Colleen wrote, her fractals may be happier where they are. You may need them.
Miss Charlotte. You were doing great. Then there was a point that you hit that it got you hit a low point. There were some things happening in your life that started to really get you down, but you kind of regathered yourself. You're kind of watching situations around you fall apart, but I think you realize this is not helping. Now you're going to have the full mentality. Let's just start over. Let's just start over and go with faith, and just, it doesn't matter what just happened. Relationships. I know here recently you've had tenant problems. There's just a lot of different issues in your life kind of piled up. You hit a temporary snag, but you've seen the light. You've got a different perspective. Now you're taking control of your situation. Good for you. Spirit is just reconfirming that it's okay to have a setback every once in a while. Just, reconvene and then decide, nope, I'm not going to be held back. I'm going to move forward. Okay?
What?
You've learned a lot. These are lessons. The hangman is that enlightenment of lessons. You got a different perspective of what life really is, who you can trust and who you can't. It's a boundary lesson.
What, no patience?
Well, that kind of comes with it.
And sometimes when you avoid, it just piles up. It doesn't go away.
Yeah. But Charlotte, she's got great tools. She knows how to deal with it. And you had a setback. It's okay. Everybody does. All right. Miss Cat's got this one. What is going on with the water in Alaska? The water pulled out and it's still out after the earthquake. Yeah, that makes you wonder, doesn't it? Oh, that's great, Wings. Okay, so normally when there's a tsunami coming after the earthquake, the water gets pulled out,
right,
and then all of a sudden the big tsunami comes.
Yep.
So it would make you think, good God, how big is this tsunami coming? No, I'm getting that something has happened with the ocean under the ocean. Does that make sense? And that's where the excess water has gone. Because he showed me that there's something that has opened up and it has pulled it out, but it's draining off somewhere.
Is it going through the tunnels? Like a cleanup?
Let's see.
Good question. I'm getting a strong yes. It's almost like a big hatch has been opened or something and you go into the tunnel.
That's one big hatch.
Yeah, one big hatch.
That's more than one tunnel, though, guys. Joby, is your question regarding the? Can you retype it, because I think it's doesn't have a question in front of it. It may have been overlooked. If that's the one that I'm looking at.
What, 10:04 my time?
10:04?
12:04 yours.
Joby has the next one.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm looking for it. 12:04, or I don't see it.
You don't
Yeah,
see it? I
It's
see it.
12:04 your time. Yeah, she's got the next one.
Yeah.
Kat, this is always a bloodlines, generations. This, like, they're looking at plans. So they're using it for underground. Well, you could say tunnels, duns, whatever. There's different types. Some are more towards the surface, and then there's some that are so deep. This is a strategic move.
Mm-hmm. And that looks like tunnels above their head. That looks
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, this is weird, but
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm going to
that's-
add to this. Is there still a tsunami risk? Could it partially come back?
Is there still a tsunami risk?
I get yes.
There's a yes. That's so funny. I wonder if they suspended people and then it comes. It's so weird.
Ew.
Wow.
This can still be very destructive.
Mm-hmm.
They're at war. This is war. This is huge war. But you see the Eye of Horus. They're taking down the dumbs and stuff. This is where they want the focus. But I get that the deep state is trying to refocus. They want the tsunami. There is still a chance. This is all in secret. But it's flat out war. They're trying to drown out the bad guys, but the bad guys still have secret tools where they can create a tsunami. I just get that the good guys are trying to lessen damage to the surface, and the bad guys are trying to increase it. It's crazy. Okay, so we're not off the hook yet for tsunami, but I think it's the threat is lessened.
There might be flooding before you see the.
Yeah, it's like
tsunami.
they found a way to divert most of the water and use it for positive. All right, Joby, here you go, love. With the grace of God, we bought a new house and going to shift soon. Oh, good. Congratulations. How are things going to go? Advice from the guides.
Okay.
Well, put things in boxes, wrap the glass.
Yep. Bubble wrap would be good.
Yeah.
Yes.
New house. Let's see. Them with the new house. Joby, is it you that's in the Maldives? Did you guys buy a house there, or did you move?
I know that she went to see hubby in the Maldives. Maybe she did buy. Okay. Don't live beyond your means. Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because you could lose it.
In India.
Is making reckless decisions, investing in more things. You have the home, but a lot of times people have the home and then they're like, oh, let's now go out and buy all the pretty things that I want to put in it. Just to make it look pretty and I look good. This is for appearances. This is the wrong action. That's going to lead you to the poorhouse. Okay. You've established the house. You may have to sit on a couple of folding chairs for a little while. It's just a slow thing. Buy the things that you think make it look pretty or whatever. We're not here to keep up with the Joneses. Make smart decisions. Okay.
Is this not her permanent? Is this not her permanent home? I'm getting it's a temporary. So maybe that's why not to buy too much stuff on it yet.
I think that there may be some hidden issues with this house that's going to lead them to. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a lot under, very deeper.
Hidden
Deeper.
knowledge about the house that can cause some conflict. Don't over invest because you may have to move on. I'm not saying it's going to happen 2 days after you're in the house, but give it some time.
I would get an inspector to inspect the house first before you completely buy it.
Yeah.
No, it's something.
Because if it's a foundational problem, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I'm getting something like that. I'm trying to look at the map of India. You by the water?
Well, yeah, India's by the water, yes.
No, you can have the top half of the water, up to the cervical. No, you can have the up to China, Pakistan.
Only
but
you
can fit that in, right?
India.
No, but
Maldives. Okay.
Yeah, but no, I mean, if she's close to the water, southern part, yep. Just don't buy too much. And congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm noticing prices are starting to come down too in the U.S. on some of these homes.
Yeah, it'll be a slow process, but yeah, it'll happen. Roman, does Oda have some kind of awareness? Do objects? He's a comfort, and I'm thankful. But wow, is just an angel energy you mentioned, or something more? I feel an energy. Let's make sure it's not cloaked.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah, objects can take on energy.
Remove cloak.
Oh yeah. That's why you got to be
download.
really careful. Go out to buy some antiques.
Yeah.
I'm giving it also that your energy of wishing that is Odie is also creating an energy which is called an entity if it has its own consciousness.
Odie or Oda?
Well, he had a
Odie.
cat named Yoda.
Yoda, yeah.
You need to do some cleansing on this. There is something spiritually cloaked to this.
Yeah.
It is not what you think it is. Boundaries need to be set.
Is it Roman's own entity that created this? Did he put that energy in it? It looks like he put that energy in it. Like, you know what I mean? As much as you wanted Yoda to come back, you created
the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. They're very focused and detail oriented. And this is what I want and it manifests. But this is you can get your angels to come in and help do a clearing. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
So
yeah, you got the energy.
The cloaking energy, get the angels to come in and do it, sage it, whatever that means, but your words are important. And cleanse the energy to where you only give consent to the divine. Okay.
Okay. So, Jen, if I can get a confirmation, because this is what I am feeling.
Okay.
The point that his name tag said Oda and his cat was Yoda made it special that divine gave it to him to say that Yoda is okay. But his wanting that manifestation of Yoda to come back created that entity to enter this cat.
It's like a poltergeist effect.
Yeah,
so this is like a cord created from you, Roman, to that object.
The pain and the desire to have Yoda back can manifest itself into this entity. Where do you think they get all the ideas for these horror movies with like Annabelle and all of those things? Yeah. This is the desire to be reunited with the animal. You've kind of been waiting and watching to catch up with them. Yeah. Subconsciously, you're the one that did it, Roman. Don't be hard on yourself. It's okay. Just go through the process of cleansing it.
You could say I remove it and then just cut.
Yeah.
There's a connection between you and that stuffed animal because of the wish of Yoda coming back.
Right.
It's not that you did it intentionally, but the energy of that. Okay, the energy of that caused its own, and the constant thinking of it causes its own conscious energy. Those are what's called elementals or entities that are even in your own thought processes that hang
Yeah.
around your aura.
Roman says, but I didn't have the pain. Well, they're very deceptive. They just want you
No,
to
there's
open the
no.
door.
I didn't have the pain. What does the pain mean? The pain it was taken away because you almost felt that was the entity of your cat.
It's a replacement. So you took one pain away to you have a
yeah.
substitute now, but you have to make sure it's the right substitute.
Exactly. Do you know how many questions we have left?
Yes,
Just out of-
18.
We have 3.
I got 4 minutes, and I get kicked out of here.
I see 18 starred.
My timeout is over almost.
All
You
right.
have 3 minutes.
Yeah, I've got 3 questions. May I have a message from Spirit? It's from Ms. Pam.
A question, a minute, a question. Sorry, message from Pam.
Bossy doesn't want that deck anymore.
Is Spurt back? Oh, okay. We'll have a message from Spurt, please.
Message from Spirit. What is this feeling? Pam, I guess you have anxiety or anxiousness. Almost at a point where there's a shortness of breath.
So off balance. There's a negative.
Okay.
Yeah. Devil's in her ear.
Okay. That's what's
This is the
causing
liar, thief, the devil, justice. Yeah, we need to serve justice on his hind end because he's the one that gets in your ear and convinces you of things that's not true. Yeah, beyond the veil. This is a spiritual attack.
Well, that means you're doing your work, Pam. They don't like when people are doing their work.
Exactly.
Okay, well, this is
Don't I
straight
know
to
it?
the point. Here in the near future, that's Yeshua and Michael card. You're going to go to war. But you don't have to do the heavy lifting. You need to remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, justice can be served. Yeshua, call in. This is Jesus and Archangel Michael. Come in here and remove the devil from talking to me and convincing me of things. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've had a heightened, an increased level of negative thoughts, yeah, they attach and they hold on to it, and then it seems like you can't ever have a positive day. You can end it. You're the child
And
of
take
the
breaths.
Most High.
Breaths.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling. You need to take deeper, longer breaths.
Yeah. May I get a message from Aunt Margie?
Sorry, message from Aunt
Margie?
She can't come to the phone right now.
Aunt Margarine, something. There we go.
Distance phone call.
Margie?
Lance
Hold
Sharp.
on.
I think that's Margie. It's a message. There's forgiveness and love. There's I don't know if there's a little. I'm done, guys. Me gotta go. I'm ready. I'm cleaning up. Thank you.
All right.
I'm getting kicked out.
We knew the day would come.
Yes. It was only a matter of time.
Exactly.
I was
It
trying to
had
make
something to
myself.
do with that cervical.
Hey, message for you.
I went from one womb to another, King. I don't know.
C5 or C6.
She's letting you know that she's free and she's independent. She understands her sovereignty, and she's letting you know that your destiny is in your hands. You are the one calling the shots here. This is beautiful. There's justice. This is about balance. Okay, for the actions that you take, that's that equal reaction here. So this is about God's judgment. You are your own worst judge.
Okay, love and forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. That's nice.
Yeah. Knight of Wands. Slow down on the actions. Think things through.
Yeah.
Because your actions determine the future. Every little thing you think and decide in your life will impact your future. Make sure you trust your own decisions. Okay. So this is a little bit of a warning to slow down and make the right ones. So we have knee-jerk reactions and we want things fast and sped up. And this is saying, no, slow down. But you're in control of how fast things happen. The things that you can control. If it's beyond your control, stop worrying about it. All right. Final question. Julesy.
Oh,
That's a great way to end the show and end the week.
and I got to do my final voyage right now, or I'm going to get him kicked out.
I got a stronger yes on weekend.
Get it on Maiden.
Maiden voyage to the trailer to Idaho next week.
I love it.
Maiden voyage.
Come to Chicago.
Sounds like she's getting that much rain. She needs a boat.
She doesn't need a man?
I don't need a man. All right, let's see.
She has, Rich.
Jules,
Jules?
is the information that you have received accurate?
That it's not Maiden?
It says you will, but there's some. That's a strong yes. There's something about the information about the trailer in Idaho that may not be accurate.
She may not be going to where she's planned on going.
I'm a little concerned about this causing you financial issues. Is there something wrong? Were you told there's something wrong with this trailer or something needs to happen? You're going to make the trip, but somebody's lying about something. I can't figure out what this is. Is this to get money out of you? Because we all know Jules is rich.
I thought it was the peanut butter that prevented it.
You'll definitely make the trip, but I don't like this. There's going to be a conflict here with the child. Are you not receiving accurate information? So, yes, for your maiden voyage. Weird information about this trailer. Just curious. I know what she's thinking. Oh, crap. All right. Which child do I need to beat? I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, see. Yeah, it wasn't them frying pans. Dadgummit.
Yeah. Get the cast iron. I don't know, but it's a page, but it doesn't have to be one of your kids. It could just be some information that you received is not accurate. But yes, definitely make the trip. You're going to be doing lots of breathing exercise, Miss Jules. Okay. Take it all in.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. All right. That is all I have.
All right.
All right, King. What do you got?
Let me check the coffee page one last time.
Let me refresh here.
I'm good.
All right.
I don't have another show until
Sunday at 4. Okay.
Yep.
I do want to take a second and wish everybody a happy channel birthday or anniversary. Tomorrow is the 3-year birthday anniversary of my channel.
Excellent.
3
3
years.
years, and I've only been on for 1.
So I'm giving you permission to
Eat cake.
Giving permission for what?
eat cake.
Ooh.
I really never
My
had
granddaughter
permission.
was having a fit with that.
That's like Marie Antoinette. Let's eat cake. What's her head?
I was going to say I really never had permission, but I guess I'll try it.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, happy
there-
anniversary.
Yep.
It's been great. Y'all keep your vibrations high. Everybody's going through a lot right now with retrogrades, and we're being tested. If you think it's been hard on us, there's a reason that God said you better enjoy this time while you can, because it's really about to heat up. Your
Yeah, I heard.
responsibilities will go up.
I heard buckle up, Buttercup.
It is.
Yeah, I've been hearing that for 3 years now.
And your discernment of who's pulling your leg and trying to pull a fast one on you is going to have to really heighten. So take a minute and slow down and be in tune. You've really got to trust that higher self. If not, we can get ourselves into trouble. So self-care, I cannot emphasize that enough. You got to know what voice you're listening to. And in order to be in tune with your higher self, it requires one-on-one with your favorite person, you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Love y'all. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Enjoy your anniversary tomorrow, John. I think for your 3rd year anniversary, though, you should like get on and say peanut butter.
Oh, that would be mean. It would be a great present if that actually happened. We'll manifest it. How about that?
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah. Love y'all. All right. All right, guys. Enjoy your weekend. Take time for yourself. Don't stress. And if you are, try some of those breathing exercises. Let go and let God. Did Jesus take the wheel kind of thing? And don't try to take it back. Okay. All right, guys. Blessings, blessings.